Yo, what is up YouTube? It is Elliot here from Neanderthal Fitness, www.neanderthalfit, fitness instructor, personal trainer, YouTube talk at the camera guy, with baby striations in the chest. Okay, so, first things first, before I get on with the video, I'm going to tell you guys, sorry my hair is greasy as fuck. I just got out of bed, and I wanted to make this video. The house is empty. You know, I made like 3 videos. I've just deleted 3 videos because I made them for you guys and I didn't upload them in a timely manner, and now they seem out of place. So today's video is going to be a really quick finish off of the pre-bolt cutting info. There will be a little more of that in a couple of days, but you'll see why in a second. And I'm going to talk to you about my new training routine. So this is going to be the training that I start the bulk with. Now, yeah, there's obviously, as we go, I might change things up depending on what's normally busy in the gym when I go and how moves seem to work for me. I've based this on what's worked for me in the past, but you all know how it is. Things change over time. So this is the basis for it. So let's get into it, talking about the cut first, real briefly. So I wrote all this shit down, weighed myself every morning, give or take. So I started really diligently. 14th of August up until today, 28th of August. This is how shit has run. 14th, I was 134.8. 15th, or the evening of the 14th, I ate shitloads of pizza. It's the worst start to a cut ever. Next day, I weighed 136.2. Useless, right? Next day, I went down to 135.4. The next day, I forgot to weigh myself. The next day, I was 136.6. The next day, I was 136.6 again. The next day, I was 136.0, so I dropped a little bit. Then the next day, 135.0. Then the next day, 135.0, so I stayed the same again. And then the next day, I was 134.2. And then the next day, 134.2, so there seems to be a bit of a pattern there, right? And then the next day, I was 133.6, which was the 25th. Then I didn't weigh myself for a couple of days. My girlfriend's birthday happened, so I ate some cake and we drank some champagne, and today I weighed myself and I'm 135.2, so I've basically gone round in circles. I'm back up at 135 and I started 134.8. Pretty much I've just fluctuated but stayed around the same weight. And do you know what? I'm going to say, yeah, that was the most unsuccessful couple of days cut in the history of my goddamn life. But a couple of things to note. First of all is fuck that shit, because now we're going to focus on mass. Thing is, I'm so slight at the moment that there's not a lot of muscle there. The more muscle you have, the more easily you can burn fat. And to be fair, the more fat you can carry without looking out of shape. So, you know, yeah, I've struggled to get down, but there have been a couple of reasons behind it. One, didn't allow myself enough time. This cut was supposed to go on for 3 weeks longer. Ended up, we didn't go away on holiday because that shit was expensive. Basically, to go away for 3 weeks, expensive, so we're just doing some day trips and shit instead. So I don't have those extra 3 weeks. I could take them, but I'm telling you guys, I got the product here. I'm excited. I'm keeping you in suspense. The next video is going to be all about the product and my initial thoughts. I'm going to hit you up with a video about my diet, but today is about the training. So yes, the pre-bulk cut was essentially a waste of fucking time. But, you know, if I even lost a tiny bit of fat, then that's grand. So what happens next? The bulk starts on Monday. It's Thursday today, Thursday the 28th of August. And, yeah, I'm just going to eat healthy, you know, for the next couple of days. Weigh myself on Monday, get that shit started. work out exactly where my calories need to be from there. So let's talk about the training. I wrote this shit down. Other way in the book. Okay, so training. Here it is. It's all written down for you. If you want it written form, post in the comments. I can stick that up for you. So I'm going to be doing 6 days on, 1 day off. 3 day split, repeated twice. So I'll do like ABC, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then ABC, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Simple, right? Reasons behind why I'm doing this training style, pretty standard for you. I'm doing this training style because a couple of reasons, really. I like to train 6 days a week because I find it easier to follow my diet when I'm training. I also need to get adequate volume in there, so we know volume is one of the key drivers of hypertrophy, of muscle growth, right? So to build muscle, you've got to have a lot of sets and reps. Obviously there's a cutoff point, but to a point, you know, there's correlation between the more volume you do, the more hypertrophic response you get. Sorry if I said that wrong, but you know what I mean. Hypertrophy, muscle building response, right? And as a natural lifter, I know you think I'm on steroids, right? But no, as a natural lifter, there has been several scientific studies which show that the spike in protein synthesis that you get from weightlifting for a muscle group lasts up to 72 hours. So if you train each body part only once a week, then after that initial 72-hour period, that muscle is doing fuck all. It could be getting convinced to grow bigger by training it again, but you're not training it again. So I could have done a full body 3-day split. I've had good results with that in the past for myself and for clients. It is an effective muscle building way, but I want to keep my calories relatively on the high side, and I don't want to gain too much fat. So again, the extra workload, the extra work in the gym is going to translate into more calories burnt, less fat taken on over the course of the bulk. So yeah, I'll talk about my aims for the bulk and everything in either the nutrition or the product video. This one's already getting on kind of long, so let's get into it. It's very, very standard split I'm going to go for. I came up with this myself, taught you through it. Back and biceps, chest and triceps, legs and shoulders. And each one of those days has got one extra exercise. So back and biceps has a power exercise, chest and triceps has an ab exercise, and legs and shoulders has a calf exercise. So legs, I'm counting as upper legs, quads and hams. And back, technically, I'm not really saying the deadlift is extra, but you'll see why when I break down the exercises. Basically, each muscle group is having 3 exercises, 5 sets, 10 to 12 reps. So we're looking at like, so what, 5 times 10 is 50. Yeah, 50, that's right. So we're looking at like 150 reps, or more importantly, we're looking at 15 sets per body part. So if I hit a plateau, I can increase that to 20 sets per body part, or obviously increase weight or whatever. Will kind of, I'm going to be increasing weight as I go. So we'll address that, but for my volume, 15 sets per muscle group. Deadlift comes as extra in the back because I've got 3 exercises with 5 reps kind of for the upper back. Okay, so back and biceps, chin-ups. I always like to stay functional, and it's always been a goal of mine to be able to do like 15, 20 pull-ups, chin-ups straight. So I think it's a great activator of the biceps and of the back. You know that a lot of people argue that the pull-up is better for the back. Possibly it involves more trapezius, but when it comes to lats and bicep activation, there isn't much in it. The chin-up is easier to do, so I will start with the chin-up, and once I get to the point where I can do like sets of 20, then I'll probably swap it out for the pull-up, which is the more difficult exercise. So chin-ups, where we're going to start. Then we're going to have low pulley row, so cable pulley row. So we've got a vertical pulling exercise and a horizontal pulling exercise for the back, and then dumbbell row. Now, I've included this because I always like to do a free weight exercise for each muscle group. Dumbbell row, for me, I feel a fantastic activation when I do that. I've always preferred dumbbell row to barbell row, and as you guys can see, especially, like, I don't know if it's really obvious in this video, I can't see, in my biceps particularly, you can see that one side of my body is slightly bigger than the other. So doing this unilateral work is good for balancing out the physique as we go through this bulk. So chin-ups, low pulley row, dumbbell row is where we're at for back, then on to biceps. Barbell curl, then dumbbell curls, probably alternating, doesn't really matter, I haven't specified, but I normally do alternating, and then hammer curls to hit that brachialis. I was thinking maybe preacher curls, like preacher dumbbell curls instead of hammer curls, but I'll go with hammers, see how I go. If I feel I want to change that for preachers for the more concentration, then I will. And of course deadlift. Deadlift won't be on the end, I just wrote it on the end, it's going to come after dumbbell row. So I'm going to hit my back, then I'm going to do my my deadlift, and then I'm going to go into biceps. Deadlift is only going to be for 3 sets of 5, so it's going to be more strength based because I want to get my deadlift numbers up. Chest and triceps, second day, is machine bench press, purely because there's only one bench in the gym, and it's never fucking free because it's also the squat rack. Like I said, I need to join another gym. Once I do, I'll swap it for regular bench because I do enjoy regular bench, but for now it's going to be machine bench just so I can always get in there, do that flat bench. Then I'm going to do incline dumbbell bench press to hit the upper pec, because my upper pec has always been very flat. Like this is more out, this is more flat. So for me, I need to focus on that incline dumbbell press and then some dumbbell flies, really get a stretch, flex, response going on. Then on to triceps, we're going to do dips. Dips, big compound movement, also hits the chest, but again, I like to stay functional. I want to be able to do chins and dips and push-ups still once I've bulked up with using weights. So dips always included. If I get over like my sets of 12, then I'll add weight to the dips. Cable push down, so rope grip cable push down, favorite tricep exercise. No other tricep exercise have I ever felt the activation that I do with that. Absolutely favorite exercise for the triceps. And then overhead dumbbell press, so 2 hands, 1 heavy dumbbell behind the back. Pretty much the only free weight exercise I enjoy for triceps. I don't like skull crushers, I don't like French press with the barbell, you know, I don't like kickbacks because the weight you can use is so slight, so I like that single dumbbell overhead extension, whatever you want to call it, so I'll be doing that. And then cable crunches for my abs. You know, your abs are one piece of kit, you don't have to really work upper and lower. If you do an effective ab exercise like cable crunches where we're adding weight, you will see that my abs will grow and become relatively impressive from doing that. And then finally, legs and shoulders. Sorry the video is getting long, I will do this and then we'll be done. Leg press, oh my god, no squats, right? Yes, no squats because I fucking hate squats, right? I don't enjoy them. I have a fucked up spine as it is, so compressing that with a barbell is not my idea of fun. You know, I'm not going to, probably at this time, I'm not aiming to be a competitive bodybuilder, and I'm not aiming to be a competitive strongman. So all I need is a good exercise which is going to allow me to move a lot of weight with my legs and build up some big quads, which I will do with the leg press. And if you ever see someone who can leg press the entire fucking stack, they will not have skinny legs, right? I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, you got to do squats. I fucking hate squats. You should enjoy your workout. If you're not going to enjoy it, you're not going to do it. Even if a squat is, say, 5% more effective than a leg press, if you do the squat 3 times and then you stop because you hate it, or you do the leg press for 2 years solid, always adding weight because you enjoy it, who's going to have the better legs? It's going to be the leg press, dude. So don't give me hate for that. Leg press, leg extensions, leg curl. Fully machine-based legs. I may take out one of them and put lunges in. But at the moment, leg press, leg extension, leg curl, that's where I'm at. Then for shoulders, barbell press, just strict standing barbell press, lateral raises, and bent over lateral raises for the rear delt, because my rear delts suck. They are really weak. It's one of the reasons that I have the rounded shoulders, so I'm going to be working on those big style through this bulk. Hopefully between the deadlifts and the rear delt flies, I'm going to improve my posture while simultaneously getting big as fuck, getting my swole on. And finally, calf raises on that day, because I don't want to have chicken calves. I've got pretty good calves genetically. I think they're a little short in the muscle body, but they're pretty, they're pretty good size already. So I'm going to keep doing those. So that's the workout routine. If you want any more details on it, let me know. Sorry the video went on for a long time, but show your support, like the video, comment, subscribe. In the next day, literally tomorrow, I'm going to reveal to you the company that I'll be working with. I say working with in the loosest sense of the term. I'm not like, I'm not employed, affiliated, or anything right now. I'm not sponsored by. But all jokes aside, exciting stuff, exciting company. And I'll bring you all that information in tomorrow's video. And then the next day, I will hit you up with my nutrition. And then we're all going to be ready and on the same page on Monday to start this bulk. So peace, dudes. See you in the next one.